in the mall, so it's kind of like I was looking into this possible job. So I work at like kind of like a standard job, like a grimy job, like your Burger Kings and your Taco Bells and Bojangles, fast food, basically. I'm not gonna say where I work, but I work at a job like that. Anyway, jobs like that are all right. They are. They're all right. But um, yeah, I just I didn't like how the job that I have now has me or have me doing weekends. Like, you know, that I don't like. I really don't like that. Um, so basically, I was like, okay, well, let me get a job because, you know, I work in Raleigh now, and I'm like, okay, let me get a job. And my school, where I go to school is around the Raleigh area. So, I'm like, okay, let me get somewhere that's still close to my job and somewhere that, when I'm during the week when I'm at school, I can just, whiz on over, yeah, to my job, in the same location, save on time and gas. Anyway, basically, so the job that I have now, it allows me to do that. But it's not good enough, like I'm saying, because I still have to waste money, waste gas, basically, driving down here on the weekends. And that ain't cool. That doesn't work for me. But I know most jobs, of course, they want you all to themselves. So that's why they do bullshit hours like this, why they say, oh, you have to work weekends. Or you at least have to work one day out of the week. And that's actually, I just did a job interview, and that's actually what the one guy was saying. He said that I did have to work every other weekend or so. And he was asking about school hours and everything, and I told him that actually I do work at blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, did an interview, and I wasn't even expecting shit. I wasn't expecting, like, major shit from this interview, but I went in there and I killed it. Okay, and another thing, how sometimes, like, when you're, like, interviewing, you kind of have to, I know it sounds bad, because I know that personally, I don't like going in for interviews, whether it's a grimy job interview like Burger King or whatever, or even something like a high-end CEO job. I don't like the fact that you have to dress up. Okay, I love dressing up. Okay, I love that. But you have to have on like this fake mask. You have to talk a certain way. You have to move a certain way. You have to be sitting a certain way. You're like a fucking robot. I don't like that. I don't like putting on this fake mask. I really don't. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, how in interviews, how sometimes you have to try to, you don't have to, but you kind of have to bullshit. Now, I'm not going to say I've done that a few other times, like in interviews, like flattered the person that's interviewing me or something like that in some way. Basically, I was like, okay, and I've been looking into your business for a long time before I actually stepped up and, actually asked. Anyway, and then he was like, okay, well, why my business specifically? Have you been, like I said, it's not a business job. It's still here at the mall, but it's one of those like cart jobs. Yeah, I did say cart. It's one of those cart jobs where basically it's like a little stand and they sell shit like from there. Look, and I never thought I would get one of those jobs. Especially after like a while ago, I had heard that those jobs only give away the commission. Like how much commission you can bring in. After that turned me off. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't want, because what I'm saying? Like if I can't, like carts, like sometimes, like the one I'm trying to work for, they sell like emoji pillows now. It's like car and like phone accessories, I don't know. But I know that those things are way fucking overpriced. Like it's like $20 for a tiny ass pillow. I'm not playing. So I knew that with a job like that, where they try to push you to be able, and then when they expect you to be able to make commission, make money off of shit like that, that's way overblown. I was like, okay, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna make much money because people aren't gonna waste their money. They're not gonna waste their time going somewhere like that. I know when I pass by carts like that, I don't even waste my time. As soon as I see like $20 for something that's like this big, I pass. Or $50, $100 for something this big, I pass. And believe it or not, some of these carts here at this actual mall that I'm at, they have stuff like that. Yeah, it's unbelievable, and that's what turned me off. But I was just like, okay, whatever. I just took a chance, and talked to one of the salesperson who was salespeople, I'll just say that, who was by the carts, and they're like, oh yeah, there's their card, the main owner, main person. Okay, so I gave him a call every now and then. And yeah, we talked. I'm like, okay, well, meet me at this time. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I'm here, I'm dressed up, and I just, like I said, okay, the main part where I bullshitted on was basically, he was like, okay, now tell me, because like I said, I kind of put my foot in my mouth, and I said something I shouldn't have, or at least it turned out to work out. And I'm gonna say what I said, but I'm like, okay, I've been looking into your business for a long time before I actually thought about, approaching any of your salespeople. Which, that was a major bullshitter. I hadn't been looking into these people specifically. I never gave a damn about these little cart deals, never. But, yeah, I put my foot in my mouth. That was kind of my bad. I didn't think he would follow up, though. And he was like, oh, well, tell me specifically why you've been looking into my business. And I was like, okay, I'll tell you what I said in part 2.